Good morning, my lovelies. Thanks for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. If you're new here, my name is Leanne and thank you for coming to my channel. And if you're coming back, as always, thanks ever so much for doing so. Today is Sunday, it's the 21st of March and I've had to shut the door behind me because my poor little Delta, she's not herself at the moment, guys. She's molting, so she's very, very scruffy, but she's obviously quite irritated by it all. And yeah, she's just not a happy little bird at the moment. She's actually, for the last like 15 minutes, been having an absolute head fit, just squawking. Yeah, no idea why. There's nothing wrong with her. When I talk to her, next to her, she's fine. Walk away. So yeah, she's just not a happy little bird at the moment, but it's fine, it's just molting. It's quite funny though, she looks really scruffy. Anyway, so, oh, she's now calling for me. Anyway, I have already been out to the shops this morning. I'm just gonna put my breakfast together. Finally got myself some fruit, thank God, so I can have some fruit for breakfast with some yogurt and seeds, you know, my favorite breakfast. And I just got a couple of vegetables. I didn't get loads because I don't really know what I want to make this week. So I got things to make, a couple of recipes I had in mind, and then I've got a couple of extra bits, but yeah, nothing's concrete right now. So I'm fully expecting to have to go to the shops again, you know, Monday or Tuesday or something, but we'll just see how it goes. We'll just go with the flow. So this is what I bought today. I've got some bananas, apples and blueberries. Where are my blueberries? Oh, over there. A big box of blueberries. So I'm gonna have some of these for my breakfast now. Got some red peppers, I got some courgettes. I got 2 packets because I go through courgettes a lot. I wanted some for a recipe, but also they're on offer as well, so might as well get some more because, you know, it's something I use all the time. I got some chives and some coriander. I got some mushrooms, broccoli and some cherry tomatoes. I also got some mustard powder. Don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, so basically the 2 recipes that I was thinking of, which obviously I don't have right in front of me ready to show you. Oh no, where are they? They're from this pasta book, and it's ones that I've kind of had in mind to make. So this is the first one, it's fully loaded mac and cheese. So this is why I bought the mustard powder, because it's got it in there, but it's got courgettes and peppers and swede, which I happen to have a swede in the fridge. Yeah, basically fromage frais, I'll just use the Alpro Greek style. It says about putting like ham in. I guess that they're introducing a protein element, so I'll have a think about what I'm going to do instead of that. I might just do chopped up smoked tofu, because that would probably be quite a nice equivalent for that one. So that's one recipe that I've, oh, Delta's off again. One recipe that I've definitely got enough stuff to make, or the stuff to make, should I say. And the other one is this Smoky Chipotle Minestrone. So I thought I could, excuse me, I thought I could make this like for my lunches this week. So I bought the stuff for that as well. Well, that's what the cherry tomatoes are for. So what I might do is double this recipe. But yeah, I had everything I needed, actually, funny enough, for this recipe, except for a turnip. Yeah, we'll just probably leave that out. I also didn't have some fresh cherry tomatoes, so that's just what I bought. But apart from that, I had everything in, really. So yeah, there we go. That's the 2 recipes I'm thinking of making this week. But of course, there will be more stuff than that I make, and you know, I'm fairly good with the flow with my food. You know, I always have all the basics, so I can just make what I fancy, really. Obviously it doesn't always work out when I end up with no time. But I just feel it's a bit beyond me to be too organised at the moment. Yeah, anyway, I'll show you guys my breakfast in a second when I put it all together. Okay, so here is breakfast. It's one that regulars should be very used to by now. I've got my 200 grams of Alpro, sorry. So let's try again. 200 grams of Alpro Greek style plain yogurt. That's underneath, hence you can't really see it under The fruit, yeah, cool. A banana, an apple, and a handful of blueberries. A tablespoon each of ground flaxseed and pumpkin seeds. So that's my healthy extra B choice between those two. And then a tablespoon of maple syrup, which is 2 syns. The yogurt is 1 syn for 200 grams. So in total, as always, 3 syns and healthy extra B. And I feel a lot happier knowing that I've got my regular breakfast. Hey guys, so it's currently 20 to 7 and Mum came over this afternoon for a couple of episodes after she'd been to my sister, episodes of our programme that we're currently watching, which is grim. I've seen it before, she hasn't, but anyway, we just finished season 5, so that's why she stayed for a couple of episodes, because we had the last one to go and we couldn't leave it. So yeah, as always on weekends, I've just timed it horribly with my meals today. So my breakfast I actually only ate at like 11:30, so of course I wasn't hungry before Mum came over at like 4. Wow, she's been here a long time. Anyway, but while she was here, I did have one of these Trek salted caramel protein flapjacks. The Trek flapjacks are actually really quite good. This is actually though 11 syns, but it does obviously keep you going. So I had that like an hour and a half ago. Oh, I'm so hungry. I feel like this should be like my battle cry. I'm so hungry, but I am, you know, I'm always hungry. You didn't get to be this big without always being hungry. Anyway, so I'm going to make some dinner now, or at least get some going. And of course, because I've got the ingredients in for that fully loaded mac and cheese, I think that's what I'm going to make. Or at least, you know, like my version of it. It certainly won't be macaroni because I don't have any. Anyway, so I'm going to go get everything I need and then show you. Okay, so bringing up some water to the boil. This has just come out the kettle, so I'm just bringing it back up. And I've got some onion starting to saute, just in nothing. She's on a non-stick pan there. So I've got some swede, which I'm going to stick in the water in a moment when I've cubed it. And then I've got 2 peppers and 2 courgettes that will be going into the pan with the onions, along with some garlic. So I probably should note that my syn calculations for this recipe are going to be different to in the book, just because of the different ingredients, obviously, to make it vegan. But instead of obviously ham that they've said, I've put in a block of smoked tofu, and I've just had that in here with the veggies just warming up. They said 1 tablespoon of plain flour and 1 tablespoon of mustard powder, which is free. I've actually used 2 tablespoons of corn flour, just because I think it's going to give a better result, and you know, I don't like to follow the rules. So that is 2 syns for the 2 tablespoons of corn flour. So right now in my recipe, that's all the syns there is, but it will be changing in a moment. Anyway, so the next thing to do is to actually add 500 mils of stock to this vegetable mixture. So I'm gonna do that. It just seems like an awful lot, and to be honest, that's why I switched it to corn flour instead of whatever they said, plain flour, because I just, yeah, you know me, I don't like to follow recipes too precisely. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna bring this up to a boil, and then I'll stir in my little corn flour mustard powder mix and see where we go. Okay, at this point, I've added in my corn flour and mustard slurry, and also all the water, although I might have added a bit too much, but hey ho. And also salt and black pepper. So it's pretty thick. I mean, it's not that thick, let's not lie. So I think I'm going to add in another tablespoon of corn flour slurry, because I want it thick. Okay, so basically I'm making mine into 3 portions, so just to put that out there right now. So at the moment it's 3 syns in total, so that'll be 1 syn a portion, and that's just for the corn flour. I have now added in about 100 grams of grated cocoa cheese, and also half a bag of chives that I've snipped. As you can see, my sauce is looking a lot better now. So I'm going to add in the pasta and swede, and then I'm going to top it. Oh, I've got to stir in some yogurt as well, but then I'm going to top it with another, the rest of that packet plus another 40 grams. So basically, it is 2 healthy extra A's per serving of the one that I'm making. Okay, my heat is off now, but what I've added in is basically the other half pot of the Greek style plain yogurt from my breakfast this morning. So that is one sin, but obviously I'll just have to call it half a sin per portion. So it's still very, very low sin, which is good. So I'm just going to stir that in while I grate the cheese. Oh, and I've turned the heat off as well because I don't want it to like curdle. Okay, so here we are before the cheese goes on. I could not get the vegetables to come to the top, so I mean, I guess because pasta's lighter, so whatever. So I'm just going to put the rest of the cheese on and grill it for a minute. All right, so here is the finished product. Yeah, I didn't want to leave it under any longer because this pan is only up to 230, and even then I think it was probably a little bit close to the grill thing, so yeah, we'll just I don't want to destroy it. So yeah, this is my loaded mac and cheese Slimming World version, and it will be 1.5 cents a portion. Happy days, and both my healthy extra A's. Okay, here is my attempt at the mac and cheese. As you can see, it's fairly watery, so definitely in future I would put in less water, but overall I did lick the spoon, you know, for preliminary investigation and all that, and yeah, it's pretty tasty. So happy days, and I'm going to dig in and I'll feed back in a moment. Hey guys, so it is kind of last thing at night really, but I am currently having a hot chocolate and a cup of my Pucker nighttime tea. My hot chocolate is my usual Galaxy Vegan Instant, and on top I have some of my Food Heaven vegan squirty cream. To be honest, I just chucked loads on because I had a few sins spare, so I was just like, yeah. So I'm just gonna like put however much will take me up to my sins. It's probably not quite that much, but you know. Anywho, so yeah, that's all from me today, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. So thanks very much for watching. Night night.